What's up, everyone? It's your friend Tyler here,
I'm Blake.
and you're watching Geek Radar. So it's been a little bit since you've been on the channel because
It's been a while.
because of the stuff that's been going around and stuff. You haven't been able to be over here, but it's good to have him back and tell him what you've been up to and stuff.
You know, I have my own channel now. It's the Michael Blake. I go by my name.
Check it out.
And yeah, I've been doing a lot of Snyder Cut stuff and a lot of horror related content. Things like that, but I'm pretty well rounded. I talk.
Hell yeah, we pretty much do the same thing. Like we're a fan of everything.
Oh
usually.
Yeah. Oh,
but when it comes to I really wanted to make this video, especially with you, because you are a extreme super fan, and I know this because I've been hearing it for 3 years. And this is a pivotal moment for comic book fans, and I think this is something that is going to be pivotal. Hopefully, this is going to be great. You know what I mean? I have faith in it. Zack Snyder. We'll get into that. But the thing is I'm so glad that a studio and a director actually listen to his fans.
Exactly.
What do you think about this? Because I'm not too, what I mean, with DC Comics and stuff. I'm not the most knowledgeable.
Yeah, you're more of a Marvel guy.
That and horror comics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to DC, I love DC Comics, especially with the new Black Label series and stuff that's coming out. But you are a extreme fan.
I mean, there's more extreme fans than I am out there, but trust me, I am definitely into this.
Yes.
Like, I've been following it for the last 3 years. It is absolutely terrible what Warner Brothers did to Zack Snyder, man. Like,
yes.
I just, man.
And as the video I had done, I think prior to this, I had said that, you know what I mean, it was a David Fincher Alien 3 situation.
Yeah.
It was a studio that wanted to push the movie as much as they could. They had the resources, but they kept going and going and going.
Exactly.
And they were like, okay, well, we got to have this shot in time, and they gave him no time, and they took almost pretty much creative control. And this is Fox too, but like 10 years later, we get the assembly cut, and they fixed every bit of it. And it's like, okay, that's
it took that long.
It took that long.
Wow.
I think
we don't know how lucky we got it.
Don't correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was like at least 7 years. Okay. It took a while, but that was universally hated because of what they did. But you know what I mean. It's my favorite series. But we're getting back to the Snyder. That's just an analogy of what a studio can do.
Yeah, an example,
Yes. And the thing about this is, I guess I still can't believe it. I'm so happy for the comic book fans, and I can't wait to see this cut.
It's like I was telling you earlier. Like, I know you're not a huge fan of the DCU, but it's a win for all of fandom. It's not just a win for us in the Snyder Cut movement. It's also a win for fandom in general. Like the whole thing with Naughty Dog right now with
The Last of Us.
With The Last of Us.
Yeah, we're not going to let you know on that one.
They didn't listen to the fans. And everything going on with Star Wars and stuff, they didn't listen to the fan. Well, they actually did.
Well, The Last of Us could be debatable because it's been so long. You know what I mean?
But anyway, studios just don't listen to the fans. That's what I'm trying to say. And this is like the first time, well, maybe second time that I can think of where it's actually happened. First time that comes to mind is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, definitely, yeah. And first of all, Alien 3, being my favorite, because the thing is with that, it might be with the Snyder Cut, it might come out and it's been like, hey, this is my favorite of the whole DCEU.
The thing is, like you said, you saw the original, the theatrical version.
I've seen it. Yeah, when I did the video the other day, and I was like, I'm gonna go see Justice League right now. I instantly went and watched Justice League. Enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Like, it's not a terrible movie, but see, here's the thing. You got to think about everything they took out of that movie.
Yes.
That was a 3.5 hour cut of the film.
Oh, I believe it.
That Joss Whedon came in, and it was studio mandated that he cut it down to 2 hours. But see, he didn't just cut it down to 2 hours. He reshot most of the movie and shot additional scenes. They only really used 20% of Zack Snyder's footage. There's 3.5 hours worth of footage, roughly, at least 3 hours worth of footage that we have not seen.
Yeah, I because I've been learning about this and stuff, and it's like, wow and stuff, and we had that situation apparently with Suicide Squad.
Like, have you seen the original concept for Steppenwolf?
Yes.
Like, my God.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
they said
amazing.
he was too scary. They said it was too scary for little kids.
See, and
that's why they didn't
this
do
is
it.
another thing I would also like to talk about, because this is going to be a pretty lengthy discussion. Now, this is before we had the R-rated Joker film and the R-rated Birds of Prey, which I loved.
And
Birds
they
of
were
Prey.
trying so hard at the time to keep up with Marvel. That was
the big. Every time we went to a movie, Marvel, and it's like Aquaman comes out, and it's like they're trying to over.
Which I love Aquaman. You know this.
Yeah, it was some cool moments, but I'm not going to get into that. You know, people have their different opinions. It was well acted, but you know, it's somebody in there I really don't like, and I think you know who I'm talking about.
Probably Amber Heard, right?
I wasn't gonna say a name, but
Hey, she's not very popular amongst anybody in the fandom right now.
Okay,
yeah, so at least cool.
Okay,
I mean, if you are a fan of her, I don't want to call you out, but
was she in Pineapple Express?
Yeah.
Okay, I was a fan of her in that. But yeah,
I was too.
Yeah, but back to the Snyder Cut. You know what I mean? And this, I'm so glad. Like when I saw the video, go check out the video of him crying. Because he was so sorry. As soon as I heard the news, I instantly go, "Oh shit, Blake's gonna have a."
I'm gonna have to link that video in the comments. Or
yeah,
something,
it's great.
I'm telling you, man. It was right after. I shot that video right after the announcement.
Yes.
And I lost my shit. I don't cry on camera. I don't do that.
He cried in front of Michael Biehn.
I don't look. You
teared up. You teared up.
You don't have to tell everybody my business.
It's Kyle Reese. It's Hicks from Aliens.
I didn't. You know,
Tombstone.
Fine, whatever. You know.
I damn near teared up when I met Jeff Goldblum, so I can't say shit.
I'm an emotional person. You know, whatever.
Hey, I can't say shit because I almost teared up when I met Jeff Goldblum.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I probably would have too.
Now, let's talk about Zack Snyder.
Jack Schneider.
Slipping. Zack Snyder, yeah, and you know, I'm really a big fan of his work.
Yeah, I know.
And I am sorry for the people that, instantly when I was done with that review, I'm like, he's gonna instantly give me shit for not mentioning Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Because I liked Man of Steel, and when it comes to Man of Steel, there's a lot of popular opinion. Randall Merrick doesn't care for it.
And you know,
there's
whatever.
It has its problems. You know what I mean with the destruction. We're not going to get into it because
we might touch on Man of Steel a little bit more later on, but
yes.
But right now, you know.
Do you think that was a good stepping stone to start this thing off?
No, absolutely not. Even though I love the movie, don't get me wrong.
I liked it.
I love Man of Steel, and I think Man of Steel is one of the best comic book origin films of all time. It might actually be the best. For me, it's between that and Batman Begins. Yeah. I love both of those movies so much.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
And both of them have Christopher Nolan's thumbprints on them, you know. So of course, but anyways, you know, I feel like they needed to do a little bit more to actually kick off the universe. Batman v Superman was not a good movie to actually kick it off.
No, not at all.
That was the official. That was the official kickoff, you know, Dawn of Justice. And look, I like Batman v Superman. It has a lot of problems. That's the thing.
Another thing for
they try to do too much in one movie because they were rushing, you know.
Marvel, they were trying to catch up. They were trying to catch up.
Yeah.
And I loved Shazam. You know, and
it was okay.
Well, the thing is with the story with this, you got tickets for pre-release. It was
for the special release.
Yeah, and I didn't know shit about Shazam. Yeah. And I went in and I'm like, oh, it's DC.
Not anything. I was surprised.
I was like, I'll go watch it. You know what I mean? It's a free movie and Shazam, so it's a comic book. I came out absolutely loving it.
Yeah, I was shocked.
That was when it hit to me. It's like, okay, the films to me, even if people didn't like, you know, Shazam's, I'm like, I like the way they're going. And then we had Joker, which was phenomenal. Birds of Prey, which I absolutely loved.
Yeah, but
because they didn't sexualize Harley Quinn as much as they did in Suicide Squad. We talked about that earlier. We were like, it felt like Suicide Squad was written by an 8-year-old.
We're getting all woke.
I know. You remember the scene with all the men staring at Harley whenever? Fuck that, man.
Hey, man.
I mean, it's eye candy. I know, but it's like...
She's a good-looking woman.
It's a beautiful woman. But I like Birds of Prey because it wasn't as sexualized. And they had more action and stuff like that. And I love seeing women kick people's asses.
You don't deserve a penis. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Don't you put that hater. Don't you say that. Don't you say that. But yeah, we've had this, we've had Birds of Prey. And I've had a problem. Another thing I want to bring up with the Zack Snyder cut. Do you think this will be rated R? Because the Birds of Prey was rated R, and it came out in kind of a bad time before the dark times.
I was
know what I'm talking about.
I was actually thinking about that earlier today.
Yeah.
I was wondering if they would actually go with an R-rated cut, because they did it for Batman v Superman.
I would love to see an R-rated Justice League.
They did it for Batman v Superman with the Ultimate Edition. They rated it R, which I'm gonna be real with you. That movie should not have been rated R. It didn't deserve an R rating. I still don't get it to this day, but anyways, whatever. But based on things I have seen from Zack Snyder's Justice League, from concept art and all that, there's some really dark imagery.
Yeah, he was Batman was shooting people with shotguns.
Well, yeah, but
or what looked to be shotguns.
Well, there's concept photos of him. Like using a parademon gun to shoot parademons with.
God, we can go hours talking about that movie.
Yeah.
We're not going to go all the way down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. And what was Steppenwolf? Steppenwolf looks...
His CGI was kind of bad.
It was awful.
It was bad.
Awful.
Like,
they didn't finish it. They basically just cheaped out. And look, Joss Whedon has 6 months to redo Justice League the way the studio wanted him to do it. That's why I want to take this moment right now. Look, a lot of fans want to shit on Joss Whedon. Okay, and I
think if I'm not mistaken, he wrote Alien Resurrection or something like that. But I'm gonna forgive him because I think he wrote the script for Avengers.
Look, we all have bad movies. He directed the Avengers. You should know this.
Well, one of my favorite directors is David Fincher, so Alien 3 got butchered, so I can't say shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Joss Whedon has proven himself.
He's great.
He directed the Avengers. He directed
Avengers. So he did direct.
Yes.
Hell yeah. He made up that mistake. Yeah.
This freaking
That's
guy.
what I thought. I was like, did he direct the Avengers? I'm like, I thought I knew he had directed or had...
Yeah, but he did Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron. He also did Serenity.
I remember that movie. Yeah.
And also he was a showrunner for Buffy the Vampire Slayer with Sarah Michelle Gellar. But the moment I want to take is, as much as I don't like what he did with Justice League, I have to say it's not really his fault. Some of the choices he made was his fault, sure. But what ultimately happened with Justice League was not him. He took a job, okay? He took a job, an opportunity to, be the guy who directed the Avengers and the Justice League. You can't blame him for taking that job.
Yeah, and plus I heard there's so much studio interference with Suicide Squad.
Oh, there's studio interference across the board. Look, they left him alone for Man of Steel, and look how good that turned out. But you could also say that Christopher Nolan had a huge impact on that movie as well.
Now, let's talk about Zack Snyder. It's like I had said in my previous video, this man made my favorite comic and now one of my favorite comic movies. He fixed the ending, as I say, to Watchmen.
Yeah.
He made 300, which was a fantastic comic, and he made Dawn of the Dead. And the thing is with Zack, it seems like he kickstarts off, because with Dawn of the Dead's remake came out, it kind of restarted the zombie genre.
Yeah.
I mean, we had 28 Days Later, which is a great film that I'm going to end up reviewing on the channel. But, you know what I mean? We had stuff like that. But when Dawn of the... No. I'm just saying as
confused for a minute.
As virus movies and zombie movies and stuff like that. But he jump-started, again, the zombies. Zombies weren't really out. And, we got The Walking Dead and stuff like that. Like, I'm correct me if I'm wrong, you know what I mean? Like, I know Kirkman was working on Walking Dead since 2003.
He was definitely part of bringing the zombie genre back.
What year did Dawn of the Dead come out?
I believe it came out in 2004.
Yeah, that's a year after Dawn of the Walking Dead, I think, came out.
Walking Dead came out like 2009, didn't it?
3.
Not the series, right?
No, the comics.
Oh, okay, the comics.
Yes. Yeah, we're rambling. So.
Yeah.
But with Snyder, he's made good movies. There's a lot of people like, I particularly didn't like Batman vs Superman, but I'm not going to call him a shitty director.
I love that movie.
not going to call him a shitty
even if it's
director. You know what I mean? He's had a few uncircumstanced stuff that's happened to him in the last few years. I don't want to mention the stuff that happened to him.
It's important too, though, and it's no secret. Everybody knows. Look, he was basically fired from Justice League after his daughter.
Some uncircumstantial things with depression.
She passed.
Yeah, depression. You know what I mean? I think it was a depression issue.
It probably was, and who knows why? But it's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's a whole different topic.
But the whole point is, Zach. What I have heard and what I believe is pretty much public knowledge is that, Zach was already pretty much off the project before he officially left. He was just kind of there to just kind of oversee everything.
I remember exactly when it switched, and you were like, no! And I was like, damn, there it goes.
But it was starting to become more of a studio project.
Yes.
And see, when everything happened with his daughter, he wanted to take some time off.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And they were, they were trying to get it out by November of 2017. They wanted it out so that they could get their $1 million bonuses. Yeah. Did you know about that?
I didn't know about that.
They wanted Kevin Tsujihara, who was the CEO of Warner Brothers at the time. He wanted him and Toby Emmerich, who was still at Warner Brothers. They wanted their $1 million bonuses. That's why they didn't postpone the release.
That's absolutely repulsive.
Yeah,
it's like it's something serious with that. But let's get on from that topic because that's
it's a touchy subject.
I've got a video about depression and stuff like that. Something needs to be said. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so if somebody's fighting depression and stuff like that, check that out and
but maybe link it in the description.
Yeah, and and people are giving him shit, and I'm like, listen, he's gave us some great stuff.
I mean, he has, man, like 300, Watchmen, Dawn of the Dead, Man of Steel.
Who have we not ever heard like this is Sparta? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He directed that moment.
He's one of the best visual directors out there. There is no denying
Watchmen.
that.
Woo! Especially in 4K, that ultimate cut.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, there's absolutely no denying that the man.
Slipping.
Yeah. There's no denying that the man is an artist. Yeah. There is no shots that he gets. Like even James Cameron said that Zack Snyder is one of those directors that just has a signature. Yeah. When you see his work, you know it says.
You know it says. And the thing, I'm going to go back to Dawn of the Dead. He brought the running zombies.
Yeah.
Instead of the slow, Romero and so. I thought that was scary as shit. You know what I mean? I wasn't personally scared of the movie, but I was like, that's a scary ass situation. You know what I mean? It's like you made it even more intensifying by doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Build up the suspense and the horror and stuff like that. And you being a horror fan as well. Like he did a great job. And
I like Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, it was.
I like it a lot actually.
Yes.
But with Zack Snyder's Justice League, what we're gonna get with that movie, for those of you who just don't know, we're gonna get a 3.5 hour cut of the film.
Ooh, that's HBO Max,
and it may be longer if they shoot additional photography, if they do some reshoots. I mean, there's no telling what they're gonna do, and it may initially be a serialized episodic series, like a limited series.
I'm down with that.
Just
as long as we get it, which
we
are getting it,
just to keep subscribers locked in for like a couple months, which is smart business. I'm
gonna subscribe.
I get it. I mean, I am too. Shit, I ain't missing that. But look, we're gonna get 3.5 hours or longer. We're gonna get, potentially a different looking Steppenwolf, the original design that's more in line with Batman v Superman, the design that was used in the Ultimate Edition of that. And also, we're going to get more character development. We're going to get more story. You get more in-depth story, more in-depth introductions to these characters, because that was something that was lacking.
Yeah, this is the one thing I was wanting to ask you. What is something that you would like to see in this movie? You know what I mean? Something that should have been in there. You know what I mean? What's the one thing that... there's leaks out there of stuff that was supposed to be in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is the one thing that you can't wait to see, that's going to go on with what they have already talked about with this cut?
No
Is there
doubt.
anything that you would like to, like, when you see it, you're just going to be like, oh my god?
Well, there's really three things that stand out for what...
Or if it happens.
Well, it's going to happen.
Yes.
It's going to happen. And one is seeing Superman get the respect he deserves and being treated the way he deserves to be treated.
Fix the mustache.
Yeah. That he ain't going to have that whole problem. He didn't have the mustache when they were shooting scenes.
Oh, I didn't give it shit. I just,
Those were the Joss Whedon reshoots.
Yes.
The whole Mission Impossible thing. But anyways.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? It was
Yeah. So
I'll put the picture up so you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the Man of Stash.
The Man of Stash, that's perfect.
But that's one thing, I want to see Henry Cavill's Superman get his due, because really this is the end of what Zack Snyder's arc was for him. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. Another thing is, I didn't like the way Batman was depicted in Justice League.
Justice League.
Yeah, that's an actual term on Twitter, on the twits. But yeah, the way Joss Whedon did Batman really did not sit well with me at all. So I'm looking for a return to BVS Batman, but maybe a little bit more, not as jaded and whatever, not killing people.
How do you feel like about Robert Pattinson's?
Well,
you know me with Robert Pattinson. The Lighthouse is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Before
phenomenal actor.
Before I get to that, let me say the third thing that I'm looking forward to.
Okay, my bad.
And that's Darkseid.
Bro,
I don't know how much.
I know Darkseid, man.
I don't know how big of a role he's gonna have. If my guess is, I don't want to spoil anybody, but my guess is that it's not much.
Spoil it.
It's not much.
I don't think it's gonna be much.
I do know that there's, if you remember the history lesson in Justice League where Wonder Woman was narrating over the scene and it showed like the ancient war with the lanterns and all that. My understanding is that the real version of that doesn't have the narration and all this and that it's the actual war. Like it might be like a 10-minute scene, where that's where we're gonna really get like our Darkseid and Steppenwolf interactions. And apparently Steppenwolf versus Ares.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
So that's going to be really cool. Now, some of that is factual. Some of that is speculation.
Yes.
But yeah. So, but you asked me about... All right, ask me again about Robert Pattinson. What was your question?
With Robert Pattinson coming in as Batman. The Lighthouse is one of my favorite films of all time. I talk about it all the time. I watch it all the time. He's been in Harry Potter, which... You know what I mean? He's been in a bunch. Mostly people know him from Twilight.
Unfortunately.
But
he's come such a long way.
But it has, it has this fan base.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It has people that loves those films. But how do you feel this is going to be compared to what Affleck brought to Batman?
I don't know, man. I feel like Robert Pattinson's Batman's probably going to be good.
It seems like it's more realistic. Like, have we seen the car photos and the motorcycle? It seems like this would be the Bruce Wayne of our age. You know what I'm saying?
For me, the biggest selling point is Matt Reeves directing it.
Oh man, I like Matt Reeves.
I always say in Matt Reeves I trust.
Yes.
So I feel like Robert Pattinson will do a fine job, but Ben Affleck is my Batman. That is my Batman. That's who I really like. And I'm glad to be seeing him again.
Me too.
To me, he is the best Batman.
He's a great. We were supposed to watch.
Disagree
we were supposed to. Yeah, I like Affleck and everything. He was the bomb in Phantoms Wheel, we were trying. I was going to get you to watch Gone Girl tonight, which Affleck's in, but I'll get you to watch that.
We waited too late. It's a long movie.
2.5 hour movie. But yeah, I mean, he did great, and to me, Affleck was a perfect Bruce Wayne.
Oh yeah, he was a perfect Bruce Wayne. But I also feel like he was the perfect looking Batman.
Yes.
I'm not going to say he was the perfect Batman because he was killing people.
We always have to admit one of the best Batmans. I'm Batman. The first Batman movie we got from Tim Burton.
Oh, and Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton will always be Batman to me.
Look, I'll always respect Michael Keaton.
He's a legend.
But he's been outdone by Christian Bale and and Ben Affleck.
That's up to speculation for whoever's watching. You know what I mean?
You're wrong if you disagree. I'm just kidding. You're not wrong. Everybody's opinion is subjective.
Yes. Now another thing that we just talked about, like right before we did this video, is Man of Steel 2. When I heard that, my heart skipped a beat. I was like, I cannot wait, because I really liked Man of Steel, even though it got the hate that it got.
And it is purely rumor, because we don't know if Henry Cavill is going to get another, if he's going to get a new contract, because he wants a lot of money.
The thing
he
is,
wants A-list money.
Before, like you said, sorry for interrupting you, but he's in The Witcher.
Yeah.
He is ripped.
He stays in shape.
That's what I'm saying. So he still has the body to put on the Superman suit.
I need to take some lessons from him.
You know what I'm saying? He still has the body, so he doesn't really have to train as much, because he can just hop into Superman. He's already in The Witcher, so it's like, you don't have to get skinny and then built. You
can just look at him.
I love him as Superman.
During the Man of Steel commentary, where the Justice League was announced, the Zack Snyder's Justice League was announced, he is still freaking built. Like, this dude is huge. Like, he's in shape.
I want him to come back. I really want him to come back.
To me, he is Superman. Yeah. He is the best Superman, in my opinion. No disrespect.
I love
Look, no disrespect to Christopher Reeves.
Oh, jeez.
I will always have love in my heart for Christopher Reeves, but
telephone booth.
It's dated.
It's very dated.
It's a dated version of Superman that doesn't really make sense in today's world.
But
Henry Cavill Superman does, and that's a testament to Zack Snyder and what he brought to the Superman character.
But us, we love nostalgia and stuff. So
I'll
always love, the original Superman films.
There's always.
Oh yeah, we talk about 80s, 90s, all that stuff.
There's a time and a place.
Child, 80s child.
I will watch the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, except for Quest for Peace. I ain't watching that shit.
Yeah,
but I watched the other three.
Yes. So let's get back to Man of Steel 2. You said, it's kind of like speculation,
Yeah, but it's coming from good sources, reputable sources.
Exactly.
It's coming from people who were right about so much that has come out with Zack Snyder's Justice League. So I take their words with more than a grain of salt. And I believe it's very possible that when they tell me, or not telling me, but when they put it out there, that Henry Cavill has been negotiating a new contract.
I was like, whoo,
and
because you told me.
And that it might be, they might be coming up with a deal that might be announced next week. Yeah. When I hear that from these people, I believe it. I believe it's very possible.
Now, do you think the success of this Snyder Cut will launch Man of Steel 2 and more potential films from Snyder? I think it might. If this Justice League cut that we're supposed to be getting, if this Snyder Cut is something that's like, oh my God, you know what I mean? This is my Alien 3. Everybody else, you know what I mean? Me and Alien 3, it's the people still hate it, but like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a grail, you know what I mean? We finally got it, and I can't wait to see it, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I hate DC, you know what I mean? I know little about like Justice League and stuff. I've watched the movie, you know what I mean? I've read the comics and stuff, but you know what I mean? I want to see exactly what you were saying. Like, I want to see the actual 100% cut. So I always will remember. And this is comic book history. This is comic movie and comic book history.
It is. But what'd you ask me? Oh yeah. Look, I think Man of Steel 2 could happen regardless.
Yes.
I think
I've been wanting it to happen.
I think regardless of if the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League as it's called now, regardless of if it's a success or not, they know what they have with Henry Cavill. They know a lot of people, most fans, want to see him back in the role. It's also the safe route as well. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a win-win. But as far as like future projects, I would be surprised.
And the thing with future projects, the stuff that's going around, that horrible thing that's going. But you know what I mean. They can announce a lot of films now. They have chances to sit down and be like, "Hey, let's brainstorm."
They're not gonna announce anything till after it comes
Oh
out
yeah,
because they want to see how it does.
Oh yeah.
If it is successful, I think one character that could benefit from it is Cyborg, because Zack Snyder apparently, you know, according to him, Cyborg was the heart of Justice League. So he had big plans for Cyborg.
And he didn't really have too much screen time.
No, not at all. They cut out so much of it. So
it's such a shame.
He might get a little something, maybe a series on HBO Max. Yeah, that's possible.
I really would like a rated R approach. Like I've said 1,000 times, Birds of Prey. I loved it. Was rated R. A lot of people did not like it. You know. I could see.
I like Birds of Prey.
You know what I mean? I could see. You know what I mean? People. It was just my type of movie. You know what I mean? Mayhem and women kicking ass.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it.
And then we had Joker, which was rated R, which was super realism, and it dealt with mental health. And I gave it a round of applause, and people were acting like I was gonna shoot up the place.
Which Joker isn't connected at all. It's not connected at all. But
we went. Hold on.
Birds of Prey is though.
Let's say a funny story. When we went seeing Joker, you remember I gave this movie a round of applause and a crowd of 70, and they were so scared because you know what I mean, all the tragic stuff, and they were so scared. I gave it a round of applause, and right after that, people just started rushing out.
He just jumps up and starts clapping.
That movie was incredible.
I saw people like.
Yeah, my buddy was like, I had my running shoes on, but yeah, we're not gonna get into stuff like that. That's a fun story.
Yeah,
but yeah, like with this, to wrap this up with this Snyder Cut, I think this is gonna be a great thing. It's a great thing for you. It's a great thing for me. I love Shazam, you know what I mean? I'm getting more and more into DC films, you know what I mean? I didn't care too much for Suicide Squad, but I said,
a lot of people did.
Like what I said with Birds of Prey and stuff like that, I can see where they're bringing their characters more, and we're having a Suicide Squad 2. Yeah. And I heard that it's possibly going to be rated R, which would be perfect because it's James Gunn.
One thing I will say, you know, going back to your question asking me if I think that this could lead to anything else.
Yes.
I think it's possible. Now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, because look, they have not had much success out of what Zack Snyder's DCU direction was going in. You know, you can still
see. I don't know anything. With the money wise and stuff, except with Joker making as much money as it did.
Like you can count Aquaman
Aquaman made a lot of money.
Oh yeah, made over $1 billion. That's still technically in Zack Snyder's DCU.
Okay.
And so was Wonder Woman. Both of those movies were big hits, and so was Birds of Prey, which was not a big hit.
I love it. Unfortunately, it wasn't.
And Shazam 2, which also wasn't a big hit.
But why is the movies I love?
Yeah. I don't know, man, but my thing is maybe they are going back to the original plan and giving Zack Snyder a chance.
Which he needs.
I mean, they don't know what they're doing with the DCEU, so maybe they want to bring him back to kind of help with it all.
And please fix this, Zach, and I know he can. But to wrap this up, like I said, I'm extremely excited for the fans. You know what I mean? I'm becoming more of a DC fan as days go by. You know what I mean? I'm extremely excited to see this.
Welcome to the family.
Exactly, and you know what I mean. And I love comics. You know, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Love comics. You know,
he's a bigger nerd than I am.
You know, I'm extreme. You know, a lot of people come to my channel for Star Wars and just reactions and all kind of funny stuff. And I do about it everything. So check out the channel and other videos because I mean, there's some really cool content on there.
There's a lot of good stuff on here. There's a lot of stuff on here that me and you did.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
It's a lot.
A lot.
I mean. I'm a co-founder of this thing. You know, we did so much stuff.
Yeah, we started out with Geek Radar, so yeah. But yeah, I'm extremely excited about this, and like, share, and subscribe, and comment below. Let me know what you all think. And Blake, tell them about what you got going on.
Yeah, check out my YouTube channel, Michael Blake, and subscribe to that channel. You know, check out what I got going on first or whatever. See if it's for you, and follow me on Twitter at callmeblake8711, because even though my channel's called Michael Blake, that's my first middle name. I go by Blake, but yeah.
But yeah, like, share, and subscribe, and comment below, and hit that little bell so you'll know whenever a new video comes out, because I'm putting out content pretty much. I'm putting out a little good content, but
yeah, last couple of days.
I wanted to talk about this. I'm glad I had you over. You know what I mean, and we'll do more future videos and reviews and stuff together. But the only reason we haven't done a review for a while is because of the thing that's going around right now.
Yeah.
And but yeah, look for future videos from both of us. And yeah, and it's been fun, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Like, share, subscribe, and comment below, and let me know what you all think. And check both of the channels out. You know what I mean? Check out Blake's.
Yep.
And check out, you know what I mean, the rest of the videos on my channel. Well, Geek Radar. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know what you all think. And I'm Tyler.
I'm Blake.
And you've been watching Geek Radar. Peace out, guys.